It's me, Bree McGee. Welcome to my little corner of the world, the cosy home of wholesomeness, and I hope your day is going swimmingly. Today's Bree's Breeze is all about it's so important, so let's get started. Before I get started, I want to just explain that everything in this video is just my opinion. It's based on my experiences and my perspective. I am not a medical person. It's just me talking about something very important to me. So what is it that I'm referring to today? Excuse me. Something I think is one of the most important things we can do for ourselves is that when we feel our mental health is starting to wane or is starting to get a little bit worse or a lot worse, or we can just feel, when you just feel that shift and you just don't feel yourself, it's so important as soon as possible, in my opinion, to put things in place to stop it getting any worse. And at that point, to start whatever it is that works for you, to start doing those things as soon as possible. I have had some periods recently where I felt my mental health starting to wane, starting to drop off, so to speak. And I've had to make sure that I had things in place for those periods when it happens, and it has happened recently. So I have a list of things I refer to for such a time as that, and I've made a list of those things because quite often when you're feeling like that and you're not at your best and you're starting to think, my mental health's not great today, sometimes your mind is so mixed up that you can't think what those things are. Oh, what can I do today? I don't know. And you get kind of in a bit of a flummox, in my opinion. In my experience, I've done that. So I have written those things down that help me so that I can refer to that list, choose something from that list and then make a start on it. For me, I'm a very creative person. I've got a creative mind. I don't have like an academic mind or a complicated organising mind. I have a very creative mind. So I make sure that I have the things that I'm working on. I have certain projects that I've got that I'm working on that I can just pick up and get on with. I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of reading. I've got underneath the camera, I've got a table literally covered with books that I'm currently reading. And I have a cupboard full of DVDs. One of the best things, in my opinion, when I'm feeling at those times when my mental health's bad, is to choose a film that fits the mood that I'm in. Quite often, this might sound a little bit counterintuitive, but it's definitely the case for me. When I'm feeling rubbish, you'd think, wouldn't you, I'll put a comedy on, that'll make me feel better. And sometimes it does. But I've found that when I'm feeling rubbish, I want to watch scary films, thrillers, and even horror films. And I don't know why, but they help. Like I say, I'm not a medical person. I'm sure there's some why or wherefore as to why that happens, why I need to watch something like that when I'm feeling rubbish. Because you'd think, a comedy will lift my spirits, but no, I found that that's not the case. I like to watch comedies when I'm feeling really good and on top of the world, which does happen now and again. But no, choosing a film that matches what I'm feeling and I know will help. I like to do that. I have art projects that I can work on that I really enjoy. If the sun's out, if it's a nice day, I like to get outside, just sit outside for a little bit, watch nature, listen to the birds, see what the squirrels are doing. The cats don't partake in this, but I put out seeds for the birds so that when the cats come in, I can give the birds their breakfast, and then I like to watch them eating their seeds and stuff like that. But there's always something we can put in place. And for me, it's kind of like a distraction to get my mind off of whatever craziness is going on up here and get it off that and onto something else totally. And I've got other things that I can do. There are people I can call. I can message someone and say, can I ring you? And you know, I'll speak to someone. I'm very, very careful about who I choose when I do that, because sometimes, believe it or not, certain people can make us feel worse than we did in the first place. Even though they can be nice people, there can be something about some people that isn't conducive with helping one's mood. And so I'm very careful. I have a couple of people I know will be good for my mental health. But another thing, and I want to put this at the end of the video because to me it's very important, there's always the option of ringing the Samaritans. Here in the UK, we have something called the Samaritans. It's a free telephone call, which is 116 123, I believe. Double check that, I might be wrong. But if you want, you can ring the Samaritans, speak to someone anonymously. You don't give them any details about yourself, but it's just having someone there to listen to you when you feel like talking to someone. Bear that in mind if you're going through something, and I'm sure in other countries they have something similar, so do check that out. Double check that phone number. I'm not totally sure. I'm not great at keeping information in my head. Maybe I should have wrote it down, I'm not sure. But anyway, I do hope if you hit one of those periods where you're not feeling great, I hope you can pull yourself back out of it by doing something, distracting the mind and doing something that you love. But know that my thoughts are with you, and I hope that everything is going okay for you. But anyway, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. And from my corner of the world to yours, cheerio and mind how you go.